Hi, welcome. This is Catherine Garrow, and I've tried to film this audio about, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, and my brain is getting in the way, which is kind of the irony because that was one thing I kind of wanted to talk about today, which is how much your brain is full of shit and how much it messes up your life. And anyway, sounds a little dramatic, but really, I guess what I wanted to share with you guys is I've really had to learn the hard way that I cannot trust my brain and I cannot trust my thoughts. And I can't trust the way that my brain tells me how I should live my life. Now, there's a big difference between intuition and gut feeling and brain and thoughts. And we've been really taught in this world that I think therefore I am. And I live in New York City right now. Can you hear the alarms? I probably should have shut the window. Anyway, oh, there it goes. All right, so that was a good wasted 10 seconds for you. So, where I was saying was, I think therefore I am. And that's kind of been the adage that our lives have been driven by. I can think it, I can be it, I can do it. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Yes, that's all well and good. You can do that. But here's my question. Does this make you happy? When you achieve those things, how happy are you? And the truth is, we're not particularly happy because we're like, oh, I kind of feel unfulfilled. So maybe if I just try that little bit harder, or if I'm just that bit more successful, or if I can go to this next level, there's always something more. Why the hell does there have to be always something more? Why can't it just be, oh, look, I've achieved this. That's awesome. I feel really satisfied. Done. Right? That's something more. That's like the voice in your brain. And I never really understood how much it's been an influence in my life until I went down my human design journey. And look, people talk about it as the ego, and there's a whole bunch of different names for it. But for me, it's kind of like the not self, which is the self that is not you, that is not your true self, is not your soul. Oh my God, this could be such a convoluted explanation because there's so many aspects to this. But I guess at the heart of what I'm really trying to share with you guys today is the simple fact that you can't trust your thoughts. You can't trust it. The things that you can trust are the things that come into you from the outside world. And a part of that is like I have a thought and I think about it, but then I wait for it. I wait to respond. I wait for things to come to me so then I can respond and see, if this is the right path for me to go down, then pieces will line up. The universe kind of gives you little signposts along the way. And so just having an idea is not enough to make things happen. And the same goes for the things that your brain are telling you about yourself. For me, my biggest point, I guess my biggest Achilles heel where my brain really likes to play is about my body weight, which is kind of why I ended up calling my blog the fat 40ish and frustrated blog. I've been so ashamed of it because the story that my brain tells me, it's like I was at dancing today and I was standing and looking at myself in the mirror and my brain's like, oh, look at how fat your legs look in that. Oh, look at the way that, you can see the cellulite through your pants. It was this whole story. And I'm literally now, I'm like, I said to my brain, oh, you've started that one again. Okay, thanks. I'm not interested in hearing it. It's a pattern. It's a story. It's just something my brain keeps saying over and over again. Right? And then what happens is I've watched it in my past and it still happens now. I'm certainly not perfect, but it sends me on this spiral because then I'm like, oh my God, I look really fat. Oh my God, I really shouldn't be doing this. And then I'm like, oh, now I want to eat chocolate and now I want to do this. And it just keeps on this simple spiral. But the thing is, if I can actually stop my brain, if I can tell it, stop, 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 stop. This is not real. Thank you for sharing, but I'm not listening to this. It kind of takes the power out of it. So that's kind of the thing that I encourage you guys to do. Stop listening to your brain. Your brain is fantastic for everyone else. It's really shit for you. Okay? It's amazing. When my friends ring me or I talk to my clients, it's like my brain's like bang, 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 bang. It's like perfect. It's on the money. But as soon as I start thinking about myself and I start analyzing myself, it's bullshit stories. It's ways to manipulate ways to manipulate me and to keep me going in what it perceives as the fantasized future that it's trying to make happen. Okay? So anyway, I'm probably going to talk more about this because it's really an important part of my journey. But I urge you, do not listen to your brain, right? My brain had me not doing a recording at all today because it's like, oh, well, it's not perfect and you don't look good and you're in your outfit, workout clothes and blah, 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 blah. Now it's nearly too late. Look, it's getting dark outside. You're losing your natural light, right? Listen to the bullshit that my brain is telling me. Who cares? The whole point of this blog was for me to be real and to share what the hell is happening. So what the hell is happening is that it took me like 15 takes to get to this point. I had to stop and watch a TV show in the middle. Right? Stop listening to your brain. Start listening to your heart. Start listening to your body. Your body has a whole nother intelligence, and that's like a whole nother blog post because I could be here for hours. But I will talk to you guys about that because your body is made up of the same atoms that the table is, that this couch is, that my television is. It's in the Matrix, right? I guess you want to call it the Matrix. The Matrix, everybody's seen the Matrix, you know what I'm talking about, right? Your body has an intellect and an awareness. And so I encourage you to just stop listening to your brain for a little bit and tune in and see, what does my body feel like right now? My brain is freaking out, but my body's like, I'm good. We're all good. It's calm. It's not stressed out. So have a play, if you like, in your life to start to notice, is there a difference between my brain and my body? Can I even hear my body? Because that's the other one. Often we're so caught up in listening to what the brain is telling us and start listening to what stories the brain is telling us. And even look in your life. What areas of your life does your brain like to pull out when you're at your lowest lows? For me, it starts the stories on what do I look like, how fat I am. For some people, it's anxiety. For some people, it's about work. For other people, it's about relationships. But find for you, because once you start to kind of become aware of that, it can really change things for you and give you so much more freedom. But it's practice, and I have to be diligent, right? Because it takes off, and it's got 40 years of it knows me inside out, back to front. It knows which buttons to press. So that's my little tip for today, to really start thinking about the brain and really stop listening to it. Start listening to your body. Stop listening to your brain. Okay. All right. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next post.